Hi, everyone. Welcome to Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, this is a book that I read recently. I recommend that all of you pick it up. If you have any habits that you'd like to break, or if you have habits that you would like to adopt. Now, there's easy ways that we can take a look at ourselves and figure out why do we do certain things, or how can we do things better? So this book will help you with that. However, before you pick up the book, I'll give you some quick and easy things that you can think about before you read. But if you like these things, definitely check out the book. So first of all, why do we have bad habits? Humans have bad habits because whatever the habit is, that behavior is easy for you. Oftentimes, we don't think about the behavior, we just do it. That's why it's a habit. Now, there are rewards that come with this behavior. Um, Maybe you like to eat a certain food. That's a habit for you. The payoff is it tastes good, it's comforting. Or maybe you are addicted to your cell phone. That's a habit. In some way, there's a payoff for you. You get an endorphin rush when you get all those messages, or there's some payoff with these habits that comes to us biologically and emotionally. Okay, so we have to think about how is the habit affecting us, and do we want to continue with this behavior or do we want to change it? So, what can we do, or how can we change bad habits? So, if you want to change a behavior, first of all, you have to make the habit or the temptation invisible. Say, you look at your cell phone all the time, constantly, just every 5 minutes, you're picking it up and looking at it. One thing to do, make your cell phone invisible for a certain amount of time. Put it away, put it in a box, put it up on a high shelf, wherever you need to, but just put it away from you or turn off the volume or whatever. Just make it invisible to yourself. Okay. Next, to erase or change a bad habit, we have to make this habit unattractive. Okay, so if you think about the unattractiveness of that cell phone, it can be that it's taking you away from what you really want to accomplish. Maybe you need to get a certain amount of assignments done, or maybe you need to be engaged in family time, or maybe you need to be engaged with an activity with your friends. And if they see you checking your phone all the time, or you're checking your phone all the time and you can't get your work done, you have to think about that outcome and realize that that outcome is unattractive to you. You can't get your work done, you can't engage with your family, you can't finish your work. You, like I just said that, but you can't complete other tasks when the phone is taking you away from those tasks. So you have to realize that that's unattractive to you. Now, make the bad habit something that's difficult to do. Like I mentioned, we have bad habits because they are easy. So a bad habit of looking at the phone all the time, if my phone is right next to me and I can just simply pick it up, it's easy. But if I put my cell phone on a high shelf away from me, it's not within arm's reach, or I put it in a closet, or I put it away in a purse and then I put my purse up high, I put my phone somewhere where it's difficult to access. That's how it's going to help me break the habit of looking at it every 5 minutes. Okay. And then unsatisfying. We have to make a habit or a temptation unsatisfying, so there's not as much payoff. Okay. So when you think about the unsatisfying nature of your cell phone, perhaps, looking at all these posts makes you want to respond in turn. And then think about how much that's distracting from other things that you want to get done. Or maybe we can talk about another habit of, for me, I love to eat sweet snacks in the afternoon because it's easy. They're out on the counter. They are satisfying. They feel comforting, but unsatisfying because if I really think about it, do I want to have a sugary snack every time I come home? I don't like the way it looks around my waistline. I could probably pick up a piece of fruit just as easily. So if I put the cookies up on a high shelf, just like I would put away my phone to distract me from that bad habit, make it inaccessible, uh, make it hard to get to, and then realize that eating that cookie or picking up that cell phone all the time, it's taking me away from my goals, then I can realize how unsatisfying it is. Now, let's think about how we can form good habits. A good habit, on the other hand, is something that we want to make obvious. Okay. Before, we wanted to make the bad habit invisible. So now we're doing just the opposite, right? So, obvious, let's dedicate a resting spot for the phone, right? Instead of having it right next to me, let's pick that other spot. Let's make it a home in the top shelf of my closet. That's its resting spot when I don't want to use it and I want to focus on my homework. That's what I'm going to do. So it's really obvious. Walk in my room, there's its spot, go sit down, I can focus on my homework. Make it attractive. Okay, so I want to set a time goal. It's attractive to me to say in my mind, okay, I'm not going to give up the cell phone for the rest of the night, but can we focus on 1 hour? That's attractive to me because in 1 hour, I can get lots of stuff done. And then after an hour, I can look at the phone. It's not a big deal. Okay, so it's a reward. It's attractive because I get that reward. Now I can look at this phone. Okay. Just the same way as if I want to change an eating habit. I love oranges in the afternoon. I love bananas, apples. So instead of having that cookie on the counter, it's attractive to have a fruit bowl out. It's convenient. It's obvious. When I walk in the door, when I come home, I'll see that. And instead of grabbing that cookie out on the counter, I'm going to grab an orange. So again, make the good habits out there and available, attractive, and easy is the next bullet point. So easy, that's what we humans love, right? We don't want something to be hard. So it's easy for me to designate anytime I sit at my desk, this is my workspace. My phone isn't here. This is my phone-free zone. Remember, that phone is in the top shelf of the closet. Okay. So that's easy to me. Then I can get my work done. Or if I'm visiting my friends, I'm going to have a phone-free zone too. Maybe my phone's in my purse and then my purse is sitting over there on the couch and I'm sitting here in the chair. And then lastly, good habits become satisfying because we've achieved that goal. I'm able to do my work distraction-free for an hour. I don't have the phone dinging and buzzing at me, and I don't have to pick it up and respond to things. So good habits, make them obvious, make them attractive, easy, and satisfying, and then we certainly will do it. Now, if I want to change something, like say summer's coming, I want to develop a new habit, you need to get specific about what you want to do. So tell yourself exactly what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and where. Okay. So maybe over the summer, you can say, I'm going to exercise at a certain time, and this is where I'm going to do it. If you give yourself a specific activity you want to change or develop, when you're going to do it, and where, if you follow through on those 3 things every single time, I guarantee you will develop that habit. So here's an example. If you want to start running, okay, I love to run, and here's how you can develop that habit. Say you want to get in shape for cross country. Say, okay, I'm going to do 5 minutes a day of running. And so, again, be specific, 5 minutes a day. When are you going to do it? I'm going to do it right when I wake up. Where are you going to do it? I'm going to run around my neighborhood. Okay. And once you've done that for a while, establish those specifics. 5 minutes. When I wake up. Where? In my neighborhood. Once you've done that for a week or two, then you can increase the amount of time. Maybe 5 minutes goes to 10 minutes, and you develop your practice over time. Now, think about developing habits in one small action. This is why the book is called Atomic Actions or Atomic Habits, because atoms are really small, right? And so to create change, oftentimes we as humans, we think of change as this big production. But what the book suggests is that we can change ourselves just particle by particle, making these tiny little changes. And then over time, the tiny changes add up. Okay. So for the running example, if I know that I want to be successful, I want to run every day, the one small action I can take to make sure that I'm successful is that every day when I wake up, regardless of how I feel, first I'm going to put on my running clothes. Okay, that's the very first thing. Wake up, put on the running clothes, because then you are set. Once your running clothes are on, more chances are you're more likely to head out that door, go for your run. All right, now, once you've established that one small habit of running every day, then you can stack other habits on top of it. So put on your running clothes, that's the first thing. Run around the neighborhood for 10 minutes. Then maybe we can add in the cell phone. I'm going to stack a habit of, once I come back from my run, I'm going to put away my cell phone, and then I'm going to pick up my book for 30 minutes. And then guess what? My reward is I have the rest of my summer day for leisure activities. I can go on the phone. I can hang out with my friends. I can go to the beach, do what I want, but I've already achieved my goal of running. And I've put away my cell phone for a while, so I've gotten something industrious done without distraction. So that's how you do it. That's how you develop your atomic habits. I hope you guys all enjoy that. We're going to make these behaviors stick by making them obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Anybody can do it, and I hope you do too. So for more tips, read James Clear's Atomic Habits. Have a great summer, everyone. Bye-bye.